All right, welcome to our eBay room. We're finally getting it done. It's looking pretty darn good. All right, guys, welcome back to the Freeway Flippers. I'm Liz, and if you're new to the channel, we are a husband and wife duo. We sell full-time on Amazon and eBay. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video for us, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from or if you have an eBay tip that you recommend. So today's video is going to be just that. It's going to be a few tips that we have to save money on shipping. Shipping for us was all trial and error. When I first started selling on eBay, I really didn't know a lot about shipping costs. And looking back, I know we wasted a lot of money. We shipped things out one way when we should have done it the other. So hopefully you'll find this video useful and you'll, in the long run, end up saving money on shipping costs. Before we get into some of the tips, I want to talk first about shipping supplies. These are just things that I recommend. I actually did a video earlier about the best eBay shipping supplies. I'll go ahead and leave a link down below in the description if you want to watch that video and see exactly what supplies that we use to sell on eBay. But when it comes to shipping, I think there are some essential items that you are going to need and are very important. The first is going to be a scale. So this is the one that we use. It's an Accutech. I just bought it on Amazon. It's really handy. It's got a digital reader, so I am able to see exactly how many pounds and ounces. It can go up to 110 pounds. I've had this for well over 3 years and it's still in great shape. It still works. So yeah, it's got the digital part. I don't know if you can see that. This is a really good scale because when you go to weigh something, a lot of scales you'll end up covering up how much it weighs. So this digital reader being away from the actual scale part is really essential to making sure that you have the best read and the most accurate weight when you're weighing your shipping items. Invest in a tape dispenser. This has come in handy. It's just easier, especially when you're taping up boxes. It just makes your life a lot easier. So definitely get a tape dispenser. And finally, the Dymo printer. Now I know there's some people that don't like the Dymo. I absolutely love our Dymo. It uses the 4x6 labels, the ones that you would then print when you are shipping an item on eBay. The shipping label you can size to 4x6 or address labels, and really it comes in handy. We haven't had to invest in ink in over 4 years. It's a thermal printer, so all you're having to do is then just buy the replacement labels, and they're really inexpensive. There's a lot of generic brands that are just as good as the Dymo branded labels. So I highly recommend one of these, especially if you're gonna be shipping a lot of items on eBay. You'll thank me later. Any of the supplies that I mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and leave them in the link down below so you can check those out. They're not a necessity. I mean, you can still print labels with just a regular ink printer, but you also have to think in the long run, you will be buying a lot of ink. You're gonna have to sometimes cut the labels and then tape them on, which is kind of a pain. That was what really sparked us to look for other options than just using an ink printer, and we've just been really happy with the Dymo. Now, one important thing to know is when you are selling on eBay, you do have the option to open up a store. We actually pay for the monthly subscription for a basic store, and what that gives us is you get discounts on your final value fees, some of your insertion fees, and then you also, when you are shipping on eBay, you can get some of the eBay shipping rates through the post office, UPS, and FedEx. We normally only ship via the post office, and one of the reasons is the post office gives you free shipping supplies. So if you open up a postal service account just on, USPS.com or .gov or whatever the website is, if you go there, you can open up an account and you can actually order free shipping supplies. And if you don't want to wait for them, you can always go into the post office and ask for specific items. Now, here's a tip that a lot of people don't know. The padded flat rate envelope, they don't carry a lot in the post offices. That's an item that you're probably going to benefit from just going online and ordering through their website. And also the shoe boxes that people use to ship out shoes. I'll show you one. These are the shoe boxes, and these are actually not kept in like the lobby of the post office either. So this would be one that you would have to order online, or if you're lucky enough, ask a postal worker if they have some in the back, and sometimes they do. But these are actually really good boxes for shipping shoes, work perfectly, and they're free. Now you're probably thinking, do we ship anything other than the post office? We do. We will use the UPS ground. If it's gonna be a really heavy or a bulky item, it usually is a lot cheaper to ship that way than to ship through the post office. Ideally, if you can find an item that can go first class through the post office, that's gonna be the cheapest way that you ship. The item has to be under 16 ounces and you can ship it in any package. I know there's a limit, but 9 times out of 10, if you have something under a pound, it's not going to be that big. And so that's usually what we try to do, especially with used clothing or small electronics. We're always trying to find things that are under a pound, and then that way our shipping costs are down. But you don't necessarily have to find things under a pound, because there are other ways to save money on shipping if you find something more than a pound. But to give you an idea of how much the shipping would be, first class, let's say from here, which is Phoenix, Arizona to Georgia, up to 4 ounces would cost me $3.05. 5 to 8 ounces would be $3.52. 9 to 12 ounces would be $4.32. And 13 ounces to 16 ounces would be $5.54. So the item I'm shipping today, if it were under 16 ounces, it would ship first class. It's actually not, it's heavier than that. This item is 1 pound, 5 ounces. Whatever's inside fits nicely in this nice little box, right? If I were to ship this box right now as is, the weight is between 1 and 2 pounds. It's actually gonna cost me $10.52 to ship it from Phoenix to Georgia. Here's the tip. So with the Postal Service, they have the deal where there's a bunch of different flat rate envelopes and flat rate boxes. There's a medium flat rate, there's a large flat rate envelope, there's a padded flat rate envelope. So what I usually do is I put in the weight and then I put in all the information and then I look at all the different carrier charges. By doing that and searching through, I discover that if I can fit the box inside this padded flat rate envelope, I'm gonna save some money. So this padded flat rate envelope is $7.52 and this box is $10.22. So if I can fit the box inside the padded flat rate envelope, I'll save $2.70, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if you add up all those costs, then you're gonna end up saving a lot of money. And so that's kind of the goal of this video, is to let you know, think outside the box when it comes to shipping. And just because you weigh something and think it's gonna be one price, it could fit into a padded flat rate envelope or a medium flat rate box or a large flat rate box. So there are other options. So let's see if this fits. Voila. So I just saved, just doing this quick tip, I just saved $2.70 on my shipping. We ship and use a lot of padded flat rate envelopes because a lot of times it's gonna be cheaper than just mailing the package as is. All right, I hope you liked this video. Comment down below if you have any shipping tips for new eBay sellers, or if you learned something in this video. As always, we really appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you on the flip.